So, fun fact, the comment section does in fact work. Welcome to another case of content is very much needed, and I'm not creative, I think is a good way to describe it. Basically, I'm not sure if you noticed, there's a certain video that I, talk about every now and then, really not that often, that has gotten a few comments. Fun idea, fun whatever, gather. I got all of these comments on my iPad here. I had other people pick some out. I had me pick some out. I want to read them and answer questions or just react to whatever because, well, I am a YouTuber and I possess no emotion. I mean, yeah, there's really nothing to this. Let's just get right into it. To start things off, that's cool. Anyways, baguette, Will? Baguette. Oh yeah, this is one I referenced in the Exploring the Ruins video. When even Disney tried to copy what you did, you know you did well. I mean, yeah, Disney, the multi-billion dollar company that controls like more than half of all entertainment, tried to copy Skylanders. That's how you know, you probably did pretty well. Literal tears coming from my eyes. Do you guys want me reading this whole thing? You can just read it. I'll have a bot do it. Maybe I won't. It's on the screen. Who cares? I went in my garage a few days ago and brought out 4 of my old Skylanders toys, considering I have 1,000 in a box that you brought up from Toys R Us and a couple books about the Skylanders with it. I fell out of Skylanders after the 3rd and moved on with my life. I'm just gonna say right now, the first 3 games are a perfect example of a 3-game trilogy franchise. I know there's more sequels of it, but honestly, the first 3 I hold close to my heart. Thank you for creating this. New subscriber. Now, I bet you haven't watched another video after that. If you have, Mr. M and Mr. B, I'm telling you right now, there's a comment section below this video too, fun fact. I mean, I would say, yeah, the first 3 are a pretty good example of a trilogy. However, I don't know if Swamp Force fits very well with the second game. Story-wise, I mean, it makes sense. They connect it, but Superchargers? Swap Force is kind of disconnected. But the first 2 games, I do completely agree. The first 2 games, perfect example of like a duology. Just like pretty much everything other than like story and characters and blah blah. Yeah, I would agree. They're pretty good. If only the first 2 games had a jump button. Hello, Will! Hello, Landon! Amazing video. Keep up the good work. I think this was on... What was this on? This was probably on the Subnautica one, I think. Which is the worst example of my tributes, honestly. That's... Even though, honestly, it deserved to be a lot better. I had to re-record half of that video, and so it took way longer. But thanks. I didn't even talk about the guy. Thanks. 55 Viez, what the quality is so good. This was on the Plants vs. Zombies one. Plants vs. Corporation, which... Yeah, that was the first video in 3 years I've edited on Premiere, and I would say it worked out pretty well. But yeah, I think that was a pretty good one. It was kind of went back to like because I'll be honest, the Tribute to Skylanders video is pretty different from all of the other tributes, and that's why I think it's been getting the views. It's more simple. It's just nice layout of the game, going back, looking at it, whereas something like Korik's Kenshin, while I think it's better, it's really just going through the history of this guy when you already know the outcome. Meanwhile, Plants vs. Zombies, I noticed this trend happening with like Subnautica, Minecraft, and Unisonus, and I was like, let's go back to this. And so I made another like short, like 23-minute video just covering like, here's what happened. I like the nostalgia, the music's good. Look at that. Simple story, fun. I don't know, that's why I think it's nice. So I agree, I guess. Maybe it deserves more views, but I'm fine with it. Oh, what the? I forgot about this one. On my Hamilton video, this guy commented... Where'd it go? This guy commented about he rewrote the entire Skylanders franchise. Or rewrote, what was it, Swap Force? And then he commented on the original tribute, like, hey, can you look at my review? I'm gonna respond to that comment with this video and just be like, hey, I respond to it here. Because I specifically saved this to react here. Good lord. This is a long comment. I'm just gonna not even... I'm gonna read it in my head. You can just watch like a sped up version of it. Alright. This chair is so squeaky. Sorry, what in the world? I hate this. Where's the... No, alright. Little side note before we talk about this one. I have this... Ignore the laundry. I have... What the... I have this chair right here with some... like a blanket on it. And this is normally what I sit in to record all of like the tribute videos. Because... just because it doesn't like a simple movement, and when I record videos I'm like I do hand movements and like move my head, and then my headphones also click a bunch and it's so annoying. Rewrite part 1, Swap Force. The game begins with Flynn announcing Wait, did you forget Giants? Because this is after Spyro's adventure. Or are you saying to make it make more sense, Flynn is going to the carnival and then Giants happens in between that, so he has to do that and then goes? I just don't know how I feel about like the entire Giants story relying on him going on a vacation. Stop clicking headphones, good lord! I don't think this opening scene would be necessary. Just this whole like opening paragraph about like, I don't know, I don't know. If you want to include this, I don't really think it would really change the story, like the entire first paragraph. Just if you want to include that in a story, I would say go for it. But if not, just go for it. And then cut to Callie, we then cut to Callie, who is trying to pick up the I got it. Chaos introduced the purified dark, petrified, I forgot. Purified, that's Subnautica. Honestly, you nailed down Chaos for the most part in his speaking. However, I will say at the start of this whole thing, he was like, no, that's not Chaos. Chaos knows. He thinks he knows everything is his. Oh, unless it's like a comment on like his being not all bad. No, that's supposed to be a different game. I will spare you from the ray, good lord. Okay, yeah, I feel like you're ignoring Giants, because this is talking about the Core of Light like it was the last thing they did. Giants was the last thing that happened, and that was very much not involving the Core of Light. I feel like if it weren't, if you could actually tie this in a way to like all the Arcean stuff, but you chose to ignore Giants, which is the best game. I don't know what I'm saying. Is Wolf like the Glumshanks or like the Count Moneybone of this game? That's what I'm getting at.
Lord Chaos! Oh, to what do I owe the esteemed pleasure of your sudden and glorious interruption?
That's a strange place to end the comment. This could definitely go in an interesting way if it actually happened. I do think I like what Swap Force has right now, just as it is, because it sort of prides itself on its stupidity. Like I've said this before, the game prides itself in being weird and not even that consistent or good. And it's not like Imaginators where it's like, oh, look at this, we have a story. They don't have a story. And where there is a story, it's awful. But in Swap Force, they're like, yeah, this sucks, but we love it. And it makes it amazing. It makes it a lot of fun. And so trying to put all of this, like, narrative in it kind of breaks what we had. And making a consistent, well thought out Swap Force would be good. But I don't think putting these things in and then keeping some parts, that'll just make it more, like, weird. I don't think most of these are fine ideas, but putting it in the Swap Force we already have doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, he had another he had another comment. Who sent the, okay, wait, no, I saw this. Hey, Wilderrenner, or he spelled it Wilderrenner. I like that too, I'll take it. quick questions about the Skylanders. What character arcs did the following characters have? Also, how would you rewrite that? I was thinking of making a video about that. Like, an actual ending. Like, I wouldn't rewrite this. I feel like what we have is fine, but, like, instead of Imaginators, an actual ending. You're showing this as better development. Callie dying for Flynn, and then also Glumshanks dying, which I agree with one of those. Chaos turning to the light as a result of killing Glum. I do think that is something that Superchargers missed. An actually good Darkness fight, thank you. A final shot of Tessa. Yeah, no, I don't agree with this last one. Tessa and Flynn, I don't think so. I think Flynn is I think they're both better off solo. Not solo, but not in a relationship. Like, partners in crime, basically, is what I see them as. What character arcs? I mean, it was very subtle. Most of his development was in Superchargers, like, pretty much all of them. But he did have, at the start, he was an arrogant little... In the end, he prides himself on his ability, which he's actually good at that point. But he also includes, like, Skylander Buddy acknowledges other people's strengths, and over the course of time realizes he's not the leader. He's not the main guy. Tessa is an interesting one, and I don't really remember a big arc, more just... not really. They really didn't focus on an arc in the games, but Tessa came back in Superchargers, having lost everything and being a different person. I feel like the arc happened off camera, which I was fine with for the most part, but I would have liked to see an arc. Hugo is the most obvious on here. He started off the series as the, like, nerd scared of sheep, and by Superchargers, he's, like, the leader for half of that game. Like, that's just... Sharpfin did not have anything, and Mags either. They really did not have arcs, and I'm completely fine with that. They really didn't. Mags didn't deserve one. Buzz has a very subtle arc. He starts off as just, like, the commando guy, and then in Superchargers has to, like, lead the academy and, like, be this symbol of hope for the people that live there. But that's really my breakdown. I don't know. There's really not a lot. I gotta get through these. This is taking way longer than I thought. Sorry. There's all of that. What was your name again? Super Chalungus. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, of course. I don't even need to read this one. This is Skylander Gamer TV, who has become a decently popular face in, like, for some reason, like, growing Skylanders community. For some reason, it's coming back. One of his videos, I saw a bunch of his videos and trying to do research for Exploring the Ruins. One came up where it was like, why Superchargers is my least favorite and Imaginators is his favorite. I didn't agree with, like, any of it. However, the one thing I did like in this comment is he did point out the, like, annoying forced vehicle sections. I don't think... It's a decent number of them come naturally, but there are a bunch of, like, mainly the water sections are, like, just thrown at you because they just need an excuse for what. And there are some, like, on the dragon level, like, you just get in a plane and start flying. Like, it really didn't need to be there. I get why it is there to get use out of the vehicles, but they could have been a lot more creative. Good comment. You should do a video on Skylanders Spyro's Adventure compared to the other games. I've been wanting to make, like, now that I've made Exploring the Ruins, it's basically obligated that I make, like, one more about, like, giants or something. I don't know if I want to do, like, a Swap Force deep dive, or especially Trap Team. I'm not going to do a Trap Team, and probably not Spyro's Adventure. Maybe Swap Force, but I feel like Swap Force would just be a smaller section in one I actually have been considering a Giants video, because that's, like, earlier in the series before it was, like, a corrupt company. But also, that's my favorite one, just because of all of the cool stuff in it. So actually diving into that would be interesting, because all I've pretty much gotten so far is, like, the 5 minutes I got in the tribute video. How did I end up here? I remember seeing this one. It was on my reacting to my old videos. I don't know. You probably should not have been there. That was not a good video. Are you seeing? Not anymore, now that you've commented. I actually responded to that comment. I said, go away, Nathan. And then someone responded to me, answer the question. I hit my microphone, I'm sorry. You forgot one very bad decision in Swap Force to the creator. Oh, yeah, I wanted to include this too, but I tried to keep my video under 25 minutes. But yeah, this was something I wanted to include and just never did. Yeah, to complete the entire game, you want to be a completionist, you have to beat every level, including the bosses, without taking any damage. And you have to buy every character. But yeah, it was stupid. Editor Will looks like he's gonna eat me. This is my ranking from Skylanders games, best to worst. So Spyro's Adventure, Giants, Swap Force, Trap Team, Imaginator, Superchargers. Yeah, I didn't like Superchargers at all. That's fair. Story is meh. That's not fair. Didn't like the vehicles or the gameplay, and the levels were boring and forgetful. There were some. There was one level I did not like. I'll remember it sometime. That one was boring and forgetful. What can I say? I believe that Skylanders started going downhill after the first day. I heard that a lot today. Strange. They stopped focusing on the Skylanders and more on the gimmicks. I do agree with that. That happened. That happened. Like in Trap Team, the gimmick revolved around Skylanders, revolved around being able to play more characters. You got to play as the villains, which kind of made them Skylanders. I see the complaint with the other two games though. And then yeah, they should have that's the biggest sin of the series. They got rid of battle mode. How dare he disrespect Schooner? I still don't know how to pronounce it. Schooner Docks. I mean, wasn't it just the really repetitive one? It was a fine beat. I just didn't like the repetitive ones. They just went on for way too long. But this is a really good video, and that probably took hours. How long did it take? The longest part was honestly the listening and writing. The audio on the Chompy Garden and whatever the one after that was that Shattered Islands, I think. I'm not sure. Was glitched out, and it took me a full hour to fix the one 10-second audio clip. But I would say the worst part about it was the worst part is the recording. It took hours, but it was fun hours because I got to this is the first time I did one of these ranking ones, and so I just sat down for a couple hours and listened. Can you hear that? I got to just sit down for hours and just listen to music I honestly hadn't listened to in a while. It took hours, probably even longer than you thought, just because at the time I edited on this iPad. And then I went Laser Mungulus into Smash. This is the drawing video where I made my own custom Skylander called Laser Mungulus with a long neck. Really weird, but I agree. They're still calling for me. I'm just not going in there. What's the next comment? I wasn't even aware that he hit 10 million until I watched this video. This was on the Corey Kenshin video, obviously. How? That's my question. How did you find my video before you found out he hit 10 million? Every person that watched Corey was waiting for that moment. So I don't know how, but that's cool that I did that. I hate this. Why did I? This video took effort. You're telling me, a guy who has played every game except Superchargers, that I skipped the technical ending of the damn series? I hate myself so much and I want to strangle a weasel. Don't do that. It really depends on the person. Superchargers is a better game, but you might not like it because of personal preference. So it's really, I don't know, you might be fine with it. Some people are fine with how the series ended on Imaginators, which, that's why I don't talk to those people. You might like Superchargers, you might not. I would play it if you can. I doubt you could even find a copy or characters anywhere, but what do you know? Not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite videos on YouTube. I've watched it so many times, the nostalgia. Thanks, I would disagree. That's not even one of my best videos. That's not even my best tribute, let alone videos as a whole. I recently went through a few of my videos, and I think the best video I have ever made is the Unis Honest one. I made this was a while ago. This is actually good, and it's because the ending of the video, the last, minute, gave me chills watching it, whoa, just the way I scripted it and stuff, and so I think that's my best video, and I would watch it if I were you guys. If I had to pick a video to blow up, I would want the Corey Kenshin video to blow up for people to see. But I still think the Unis Honest one is my best video. But thanks, I'm glad you like it. There's, a lot that could be better with that video, but next comment. It's crazy to think that there are still Skylanders veterans out there other than me. Keep up the great work. Yeah, I was also surprised when, like, that video got more than, like, he wants in the closet. I was very surprised when there were actually, like, when I learned that there were other YouTubers too still talking about this, and like the Skylander Boy and Girl channel uploaded like yesterday, and I was like, what the? It's like kind of coming back. Like, if Activision sees this, if we get enough publicity, they could actually make a 7th game and like make money off of that, which would be a crazy comeback. Anyways, I think I actually take back what I said earlier. I think I might make another one just because I realized how few comments I actually included in this. But we're going to end this off on a comment that isn't from any recent videos. This is from way back in what used to be my most popular video, that 30-minute Skylander Imaginators playthrough where I finished the game. And it was a very clickbaity title, like, oh my gosh, Skylander Boy and Girl are in the credits? Whoa! But this is a timestamp, 28:53. Is this IRL? Please tell me. This is when the credits started rolling and I was about to go up and dance. Yes, that was in real life. I do not know what you're asking of me. Like, is this in real? Yes, we recorded that in real. Are you talking about the credits? Yeah, they saying that. I mean, this was fun. I like just kind of getting to go through these comments. Some I was even just blind to and I didn't even know, which was a nice little touch. But I'll do this again. It just really depends on when. I want another video of mine to like get up to like the 30,000 views the Skylanders video is about to reach. So when that happens, then I'll respond to those comments too. Bye.